Hi guys, so in today's video I'm going to be taking a look at making a synthwave track using just a new VST that's just come out from Initial Audio called Sektor. So the guys over at Initial Audio approached me and asked me would I be able to make a synthwave demo using just the default sort of presets and stuff that came with the VST. So I thought, yeah, why not? I'll give it a go, which is great because I've noticed now that a lot of VSTs that are coming out, new VSTs that are coming out, have some sort of presets for synthwave or sort of retro wave built in. So this VST has got a lot of presets that are perfect for synthwave. I'm going to talk you through this project that I've just played and show you which presets I've used. Anna 2, the new one from Sonic Academy that's come out, has a special section dedicated to synthwave, which shows that the genre's picking up speed now and a lot of people's getting involved, which is great. I know a lot of people want to keep it underground, but you know, you keep it underground, the more people that get involved, the better the music becomes, which, you know, is what everyone wants, is to listen to great synthwave. So I'll quickly take you through this track then. So the drums, there's two sections to this really. There's the first section here which has like the sort of pattern that looks a bit like this, sort of delayed pattern, and then later on it goes back to a normal pattern. So the kick has nothing on it, and we have a snare. Now the snare, I'm actually using a snare from a dubstep snare, and then the hi-hats have nothing on them as well. So I've kept the drums and stuff very plain. So I move on to the bass. So again, the first part of the bass goes like this, and then it changes to that. So let's look at this bass first of all. So the first one I've used, now ignore this, this is my skin that I've messed around with, because you can actually customize everything. So I'll just go back to a normal one for you. So you can actually customize sort of the colours and everything on it to whatever you want. So the first one I've used then, so as you can see, this is what it looks like. You've got it's got a load of different stuff. I won't go through the actual synth itself because there is a fantastic demo over on their website that talks you through everything, shows you all the special features and stuff. So I'll leave that for them to go over. I'm just going to show you what presets I've used. The first one I've used here is this bass here. And this is laid with this bass here, Synth bass. And they've both been routed to track 9, where I have a OTT on there. I have a kickstart for volume, I have a compressor, and then I have a filter for that's later on in the track when it all filters down. I'll take a look at that in a minute. And then I have this underneath. Which is like another sort of bass line. And where's this preset? What's this one called? Oh, there we go. This is called Two Purpose, and it's in the factory preset bank. And this goes to 13, and I just have a kickstart on this again for sidechaining, and then obviously a filter for later on when it would drop into the filter section. So again, I'll show you a quick way to make this. I'll show you a quick way to make this. So if you have 3 notes, you hold Control and you highlight them all, and this little button here, hold Shift, just drag this little button in until they all fit perfectly in. Then you can hold Alt, you can drag these notes in whatever size you want. Okay, so the bass then changes, and when the bass changes, it's just the same, but this is playing an octave higher. And then obviously the bass change as well. And we have this little section as well. and then it just repeats back in. So let's also with the intro sort of low sort of drone sound. Let's highlight this one. So a very atmospheric sound, and this preset's called Warlock. And this is just dry, has nothing on it already. And then we have this little section here that plays. This reminds me a lot if you think of sort of the old sort of King and Queen times, instrument sort of sounding from there. So I'll show you the presets. This preset is called Dance Pop, and this preset is Gothic Keys. And it's just a little sort of starting riff, just to sort of build up the atmosphere before we kick into the main bass line. And then what I've added in here, I've added in this string section here. This is also Killer. That goes to 17, and that's just got an EQ on it, cutting out a lot of the low ends. And these two go to 14 actually. I'll show you these two again, cutting the low ends and a sidechain on there. And then we drop into back to the standard beat, and when we drop into the standard beat, we drop out this and we add in this ARP. And again, this just low cut, and this all the reverb and stuff that you hear on this is used from the actual synth itself. This is called Exorcist. So there you can click the effects button here, and then you've got access to all these compressor, phaser, chorus, all your sort of standard stuff. But they do sound pretty good. And then we have this pad. It's called Bride Wars. And this does have a couple of plugins on it. So again, low cut has the Tal chorus, which is free. And then obviously the sidechain on there as well. And then we just build these two notes up, and then when it kicks in, we drop into this full sort of pad. And we also have this little, so we have this riff here. I'll quickly show you this riff. Called Sands of Time. With this we have an EQ boosting a bit there on the 5K, and then we have the OTT. So 9 times, well, I'd say 99 times out of 100 when I use this, I always load it up as default. And when you load up as default, it always loads up at 100 depth. I just bring the depth down to 0 and I dial it in until I think it sounds better. You don't want to go too much because you don't want to squash the mix or squash whatever, you know, the elements in the track. So that's that riff, and then we just have these, just playing these notes to start with here, and then we also have this. Which is called King Sultan, like a piano sound. And again, this is dry. All the effects you hear in the reverb, the delay and all that stuff, they're all coming from inside the actual plugin itself. And that's when everything kicks in together, that's what you get. And then it drops into this little section here, and then we have this lead sound. That's what it's supposed to sound like. And that's just got a low cut because it is very, very bassy, that sound there. That's called Storm in the brass section. Oh, I've also missed out this sort of top lead here. We'll play that for you. It's just a quick tip here. So if you ever you're zoomed in, or you don't have it all on screen, if you hold Shift, hold Control, sorry, and right click the mouse, it brings the whole riff into view. There we go. This is called Dark 80s Square, and again, this is dry. I've tried to use as much as of the effects that come within the VST as possible. So obviously you get a real sound for the VST itself. Then we drop into this little section here where we just filter it down, have it filtering back up again. And that's about it, really. So again, I've used all the sounds, obviously apart from the drum, but all the sounds, the VSTs, all come from just one synth, which again is this Sektor from Initial Audio. Like I said, I'm not going to show you around the VST because this is not what it's about. I'm just showing you the demo that I've made. Like I said, what I would advise you to do if you're interested in getting this is go onto their website and have a look. That's about it, guys, for this video. If you have any questions about this, leave them in the comments below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Thanks for watching.